Friends, good afternoon. It's Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier Ellie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and we are going to have fun together today. We are going to make a really cute little mini curvy keepsake treat box. Isn't that cute? This is one of the things we're going to make today. We're also going to make a coordinating card. Ellie kind of likes those little twirly things on top. And I can't help but show you the new annual catalog. You can just see the front, just the front. It's a little sneak peek. Pretty soon I'll be able to show you everything. I have ordered my pre-order stuff, and I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait until it comes. It's actually supposed to come on Sunday. I just got a notice that it's supposed to come on Sunday. I'm checking here to see if I'm live. There I am. How are you guys today? Okay, good. Diane, hello from Alabama. How's the weather out there in Alabama today? It's just hard to tell, you know, what it is across the country. It can just be so different. But we are going to have fun today. We are going to look at some retiring products. And I wanted to remind you right at the outset, that's the big thing that's going on right now, is the retiring sale. All the items from the annual catalog are retiring because we're getting a new annual catalog on May 4th, starting May 4th. So up to May 3rd, you can get the retiring items. Some are on sale, some are not on sale. So you kind of have to pay attention to that. Sunny and cool. Okay, well, we're sunny and in the 80s here. It's really a beautiful, beautiful day. It really is. It's surprisingly a little bit warm. Actually, a little too warm for me at this time of year, but we're going to work with it. I mean, how can you complain, right? Thank you, Diane, for sharing. So the retiring items, get them while you can, because some are not available already. Mostly that is the outgoing in colors. So if you want any of the retiring items, I've got a link right up above here. I put a link, if you're looking, it's up above near the name of the of this Facebook Live, called A Big Thank You, and right under there is a link to the retiring items. Go there and check them out. There are some really great prices, up to 70% off some items and no discount on other items. So you just have to check them out. But if you want something, I don't want you to miss out, and it's liable to sell out. Okay, so I told you about my pre-order of the new catalog items. It's supposed to come Sunday. I don't know if they really meant that. I don't know if they deliver on Easter Sunday. It's UPS. So we'll see. I more expect it on Monday. And when it comes, I'm going to pop on with like an unannounced live and just pull out stuff out of the box and do an unboxing for you of the things we could get. So keep watching. Be watching for that on Monday. This is a great time to join Stampin' Up, to join my team, because you can pre-order and get, so you can see the new catalog. I'm going to put Ellie down. She's ready for her nap. You can, hey Pam, good to see you. You can pre-order the new items just like I can the pre-order items. If you are not a demonstrator, it's a great time to join. You're a demonstrator, aren't you, Pam? I think you are. Have you gotten any pre-order items? Let me know. But if you would like to join, it's a wonderful time to join, and I have a link up above for that too. Now, if you are not a demonstrator and you don't have a demonstrator and you want one of the new catalogs, all you have to do is leave me a note down below, a comment, email me at Peggy@PrettyPaperCards.com, instant message me, whatever, and I will make sure that you get one of these beautiful new catalogs. Allison, good to see you. They are gorgeous. Allison, you will definitely be getting one. Let me show you. Here is the beautiful new catalog. Isn't that gorgeous? And I can't wait for you to see all the fun stuff that's inside. Pam, yes, you're a demonstrator. Oh, your order hasn't even been picking from the warehouse yet. Yeah, I usually expedite mine for that very reason, because they usually will send out the expedited orders before the regular orders, and I learned that I really can't stand not having my goodies. So that's probably why. But you'll get it. Everything is so beautiful, and be watching, because like I said, I'll pop on Monday with a little unboxing for you. So that's what's new. Again, if you want a catalog, let me know. Hey, Linda, good to see you. Okay, what are we going to make today? Well, for today, first I want to talk to you about my host code. Do you all know what a host code is? I've shown it up above, again, under where it says the big thank you. Yeah, you're a hobby demo, Pam. But you still are in a hurry. I know, we all want to get all those fun things. Well, I am showing you my old and very well loved and used Stampin' Pierce mat. This is what we use to stamp on when we have the photopolymer stamps. It makes a much better impression. You can use a magazine, but I really like to use my Stampin' Pierce mat. And the reason I'm showing it to you is because if you place an order of $50 through my online store this month and you use my April host code, which is again right up above there, it's also on my blog, I will send you a Stampin' Pierce, brand new, not like my well-used one, a brand new Stampin' Pierce mat as my thank you gift for shopping with me this month. So I wanted to show you. Yes, Diane, I can't say anything yet, but I'm just going to say you're going to love the new in colors. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so if you want a brand new Stampin' Pierce mat, place your order of $50 within my shop and use my host code. Now here's what we're going to make today, a cute little set of a card and a little mini curvy keepsake box, using some retiring items, because I want to use them so that you can see what they are and grab them up if you want them before they retire. But I think this is just a really cute little set. I don't very often use Bermuda Bay, and so I thought I would just force myself to use it. It's a beautiful color, but you know I love pink and I'm drawn to pink and oranges and everything. So I thought I would pull out Bermuda Bay today. And I've also been wanting to use some of the True Love Designer Series paper. Now, that is retiring not on May 3rd, but on June 30th. It's from the mini catalog. But this beautiful black and white paper, all black and white, floral and graphic designs, will be retiring on June 30th, if not sooner if it sells out. So that's why I like to make sure you know what's going so that you can get it. You can grab it up if you need to. Then I'm also using the So Sentimental stamp set. Now this goes with my very favorite, you know I use these all the time, the Stitch So Sweetly dies. These are carrying over from the annual catalog, but the So Sentimental, the coordinating stamp set, is not, and it will be gone on May 3rd. So I thought I'd use the thank you from that today so we can make sure we just need to use these things before they're gone. And then also the mini curvy keepsake box dies are going. And I wanted to make sure you know about that. I had this in here, but we're going to use this in a while because this creates the box. These are all the little other things that go with it. But I put a little note on here because I looked right before we started, and these dies are normally $34. They're on sale now in the retiring list, $27.20. So I want to make sure you know about that, and that you can get those if you never got them, because they're fabulous. Okay, let's start our card. So we're going to start with Bermuda Bay, and I've got some measurements for you today. I'm going to put them on I usually post our Facebook Lives to I post them to YouTube, and over there I put the measurements. So pop over there. If you haven't, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can see all the measurements over there. Now, so this is our standard card, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And our next piece is a piece of the True Love Designer Series paper. The measurements are, let me get that out for you here, 5 by 3 3/4. But we're going to do a fun thing with this, just to add a little more color today. We're going to sponge some Bermuda Bay on this piece of Designer Series paper with our new, we're going to blend it on with our blending brushes. And these are our new spiffy blending brushes, where we come out from the edge, and we really only need to do the edges because the inside is going to be covered, if you remember from the card. And it's just real quick and easy. These blending brushes are so much fun. I really love them. And we're just gonna blend on this Designer Series paper, just to give a bit more added Bermuda Bay color. And you can see how quickly it goes. And they come in packs of 3. I've got 3 brushes so far, blending brushes. But I might get some more as I do more blending. They wash out and dry, so you can wash and dry the color out. Okay, so there is our, there's that piece. So we're gonna just go ahead and put that right on our card base. And this will be the first layer. I was thinking of a friend of mine who makes a lot of layers, and not layers like I make, not the foofy layers. You know, I call it foofy layers. But this friend makes a lot of layers with framed edges and stuff, and I was feeling like that person today. So the next thing we have is another piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock, 4.5 by 3 1/4, and another piece of True Love Designer Series paper, which is 3 by 4 1/4. And so what we're going to do is we're going to not sponge this piece, but we're going to attach it here. And then what we'll do is we'll lift these up on Stampin' Dimensionals on top of the card front. Okay, let me get out my dimensionals. And that's why I said we didn't need to sponge the inside here. We didn't need to put the blending on there, because this piece is going to cover it. So we've got Bermuda Bay layer, a True Love layer, a Bermuda Bay layer, a True Love layer. So we're getting our layers in there, aren't we? But it looks pretty. I think it really looks pretty. And the True Love, this particular pattern, the white with black dots, it needs to have some color added. So we're going to get this right here in the center. Already it's starting to look really great. And then we're going to put on a strip of Bermuda Bay, which is 4 1/4 by 1 inch. So let's get that on. And you know, I think this, no matter what color you used with this True Love polka dot paper, I think it would turn out very successful, very pretty. So we're just going to put that over right down the center. Doesn't that look nice? I think that looks really nice. Okay, now we're ready to stamp our sentiment from our So Sentimental stamp set, which is retiring. And let me get my, which piece? This, I think, is the piece. Yeah, this is the piece we're going to stamp on. And we're going to do I Can't Thank You Enough. And the one thing I love about these, they're big, nice big sentiments, and they really, you don't need to have a lot of things around them because they're nice and big. They really do the trick. So there's our sentiment. Doesn't that look great? And what we're going to do now is cut this out with one of the coordinating Stitch So Sweetly dies. Again, the Stitch So Sweetly dies are not retiring. And here I have them on my card, my magnetic card. They're not retiring, but the stamp set is, and that's why I wanted to use it today. So we're going to need to get out our Big Boss. Hey, Robin, good to see you. So here's our Big Boss, and we're going to cut this sentiment out. And can you see what I'm doing in there? Okay. So we're just going to, let's see, make it even. It's a little hard to see when it's sideways for me, but I think that looks good. Okay, here we go. I also wanted to mention that I'm going to do some designer series paper and ribbon shares with the new catalog. It's not quite time to announce it yet, but if you think you would be interested, you can let me know and I'll put you on a list, on one of my lists. Okay, so here is our sentiment. I can't thank you enough. And now we're ready to put this up on Stampin' Dimensionals on top of our card. And then it's really almost finished. We're going to put a little something inside. You know it's good to put something inside. And so we're just going to put that right in the center. Isn't that cute? I think that's just pretty cute. And I've got, now if you were, you know, you may not, it looks fine without bling, but I have to tell you, I always like to have just a little bit of bling. So I'm just going to put on one rhinestone, one kind of larger rhinestone. You know, maybe if you weren't giving it to a girly girl or something, you might not want to have a rhinestone, I guess is what I'm trying to say, but I wanted one. Okay, and here's our piece for the inside, and we're going to put a little something on the inside. The stamp set has, let's look at it. So they're little shapes like confetti, like it's your birthday or something like that. And I chose this stamp here that has all those little kind of bits of confetti. And I thought I'll put it all around on the piece that's on the inside of the card. Isn't that kind of cute? Just to liven it up a bit. And while we're at this, I want to try to find my envelope. I thought I had an envelope here. Here it is. Well, I'll just show you the one I did because I don't seem to have a new one. And I just put those little bits in the corner. It looks happy, doesn't it? I think it looks kind of happy. Okay, so now we're ready to adhere this with multi-purpose glue to the center of our card. And this gives you just something nice to write on. I think the person who gets this will think it's a very cheery thank you. Thank yous aren't, you don't necessarily think of them as being cheery, but this one is like a little party. It's having its own little party here. So there's your card. Now we're going to make our mini curvy keepsake box. And let me get out my die. And remember, these are the ones that are currently for sale. They're on sale, marked down from $34 to $27.20, and they are retiring. So what you need for the mini curvy keepsake is a 6" by 6" square. And if you haven't seen this put together, it is fun and it's a snap to do. So we get out our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we're going to put this in there with our die and our True Love Designer Series paper, and we're just going to run that through. Thanks, Linda. You've never used your confetti stamp? Oh, you have to. It's fun, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's fun. Okay, so here is our mini curvy keepsake box. They had a bigger one for some years, and then they came out with this mini, which I think is so cute. And all you do, it's already, the die scores it for you. So you just fold on the score lines. If you don't have this, I'm telling you, you've got to get it. This and the bigger one, I love, and I won't give those up. And then you just take your bone folder and curl, just lightly curl the sides, and that makes it look the way it's supposed to look, okay? So we're just barely curling the sides. And Actually, I've eaten up all my chocolate. Shh, don't tell anyone, but I ate all my chocolate, my Easter chocolate. So I don't have anything to put in here now, but I will get something and I'll give it to someone. But I ate it all up myself. I couldn't believe I did that. Okay, so you just put those together like that. Did you see how I did that? You want to see it one more time? Because I did it kind of quick because I'm used to it. So you have two sides. Once you cut your die and curl the four sides, two of the sides have like a little handle, kind of like a purse handle on them, okay? And you want to make sure that you fold those back on the score line, back a little bit. And then you put them together, hold them together like this. And then the other sides have a slit and they just slip right over. Yeah, right. Okay, there we go. They just slip right over the little handles. I think it's so cute, and there's a little niche in there that holds that in. And then you pull the second side over and slip that over and let it just kind of, not even a click, but it sticks in there. So there's your cute little mini curvy keepsake box, and we are going to have it, we're going to have it be a party curvy keepsake box, okay? Let's make it be a party. So what I've done, because we're wanting it to go along and be a set with our Bermuda Bay thank you card. And so we're imagining there's a piece of candy in there. And so I cut two strips, 8.5 by 1/4 of the Bermuda Bay cardstock. And we don't have a matching ribbon. We don't have a Bermuda Bay ribbon right now. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to curl my thin 1/4 inch strips up like this, and we're going to use them as ribbon. And then I just kind of pull them tight like that. They're very moldable. And then all you do is stick one end right through the hole in the handle and just tighten those up real tight, and we'll let it sit a minute while we do the second one. And it makes a really cute little a little party top for the mini curvy keepsake box. Uh-oh. Okay, I was getting excited. I pulled too hard. That's okay. We'll just use this one little part. That happens sometimes. I tend to get excited about things and I get to pull too tightly. So we're just going to put this right in there. I don't think anyone will even know that a part is missing. A little part is missing. Okay, so we've got them curled up, and then what you can do is pull them out just a tiny bit, like that, so they just look like a little party. Isn't that kind of cute? I really like the mini curvy keepsake box. I am not going to be getting rid of it, and I want you to have it if you need one. If you don't have it, I want to make sure that you get one. And I think it looks really cute with the thank you. It's kind of a nice little thank you gift with a matching card, and I think people will really enjoy that. So that's our project for today. Let me remind you, don't forget about the retiring items, these in particular. And if you need a catalog, one of the new catalogs, I haven't even received them yet. I won't get them until next week, but I'm going to try to get them out as quickly as I can. So if you don't have a catalog and you don't have a demonstrator, let me know and give me your address and I will send it to you. If you're one of my customers, that's just great, because you will be getting, let me see, I'm going to try to do this here. You'll be getting a catalog if you've purchased from me in the past 6 months. If you haven't, just give me a call, scoop me a message, and I'll make sure to get a catalog to you. So thank you so much for stopping by. It's Easter weekend. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week with my new stuff. Okay, bye-bye.